Metro is a very popular series of flat-screen games including Metro 2033, Metro Last Light and Metro Exodus, all based upon this international best-selling novel by the Russian author Dmitry Glukhovsky. Metro Awakening is a full-length VR game based in the Metro universe but set 5 years before the events of 2033. The story was co-written by Glukhovsky himself and features historical places and characters mentioned in his later books. But what does this mean for you then? Well, let's don our gas masks, lock and load our AK-47s, and remember, born to respawn. Before we start this very in-depth review, if you are scared of spiders, or the dark, or giant radioactive spiders in the dark, then this game may not be for you. Of course, I am not afraid of anything, but I still may have nearly soiled myself on occasion, so please bear that in mind. For reference, I have completed the game. My full playthrough and all footage you are seeing was done on my Meta Quest 3 headset, though the game is also available on PSVR 2 and PC VR. The story. Metro Awakening is set in 2028, 10 years after the nuclear apocalypse that nearly wiped humanity from the face of the earth, but 5 years before Artyom stepped out into the gloomy tunnels in Metro 2033. You play as a new character, a doctor named Serdar, who must venture into the treacherous Moscow Metro looking for his wife Yana, who has disappeared in search of her long-dead son. In those dank, gloomy tunnels you will face scorching radiation, terrifying mutant beasts, murderous slave traders, deranged occultists, and your own mysterious destiny. And, as mentioned, huge radioactive spiders. The gameplay. There are 3 elements to the gameplay in Metro Awakening: the story, exposition, exploration of the Metro, plus combat against humans and mutant creatures. The story is told in-engine with either a static conversation or you following another NPC through the detailed living quarters while chatting. The characters and storytelling are interesting, engaging, and have depth. It definitely helps you to become invested in the background of the people at your Metro station, who you are, and what your motivation could be. You will spend the vast amount of your time exploring the ruined tunnels, corridors, and rooms of the Moscow Metro. It is dark, dank, full of the stench of dead bodies, plus it's often unsettling and even terrifying. The tunnels echo to your footstep, the steam pipes hiss and clunk, rats scuttle by, there are eerie cries and screams, snatched conversations between other humans, as well as the grunts and growls of the various mutated beasts prowling the darkness. You will have to solve puzzles to progress the story, things like find a generator, figure out the switch controls to power the machine, to open a door. Fairly straightforward stuff, except the tunnels are stuffed with people and things that want to kill you. There are also a series of 3 collectible postcards on each level. Some of them are fiendishly difficult to spot, so keep your head on a swivel, and you know me, I like a nice collectible. Combat can be either stealthy or all guns blazing. Stealth takes careful planning and patience, whereas outright aggression can burn through your very limited ammo supplies and leave you desperately scavenging ammo from the recently deceased. If stealth is your preferred option, you have a wristwatch which shows when you are hidden in the dark, but enemies won't blunder by blindly. If you get too close, they will see your movement and react accordingly. Watching an enemy stagger back in shock as they realise you are stalking them from the shadows is satisfying and particularly well done. To combat the various human aggressors and loathsome beasts, you have your trusty, though rusty, weapons. A pistol, and later a silenced version, an AK-47 because, well, this is Moscow, a ramshackle shotgun, a bolt caster, and finally, a blowpipe. Yes, a blowpipe. And do not underestimate how powerful that thing is, though the ammo is very limited. The game has a manual reload system which you have to learn. Scrambling to reload a weapon while 3 mutants are trying to rip off your head can be a nasty experience, believe me. The shotgun and bolt caster are particularly satisfying to reload. Shoveling shells or bolts into the chamber while running away from your attackers can be deadly, if not amusing at the same time. The weapon balance is very well done. They are all lethal with good aim, but have different uses in different scenarios. The pistol is great for well-aimed headshots. AK-47 is unbeatable for suppressing flanking enemies. The shotgun is devastating in close-quarter clinches, while the bolt caster is the only weapon that can penetrate the helmets of the armoured goons. Stealthy takedowns with the blowpipe are still my favourite though. Watching your enemy writhe in agony as the poison infiltrates the system is particularly satisfying, though quite disturbing highlight. The graphics. Standing in a dimly lit metro tunnel, your torchlight playing over the detritus while campfires flicker in the distance, illuminating the destroyed trains and rotting corpses, is a visual tour de force. The gun skins are extremely well realised. This is the aftermath of an apocalypse, so your weapons are scratched, worn and a bit rusty. The animation of reloading the shotgun and racking a shell into the breech is stunningly well realised. The same can be said of the bolt caster as well. The human NPCs are colourful and well detailed, but up close they can sometimes take on a ghostly shimmer, and we're not quite there with hair animation yet, but Batman had a similar problem. The game has a number of set-piece encounters. These are usually lit by campfires or flickering overhead lights, and they all look stunning. I had a few jaw-dropping moments playing the game and kept having to remind myself, this is standalone. We are not quite up to PC standard yet. I have played Metro on my RTX 4080 equipped monster PC, and it does look even more stunning, but Metro shows what is possible on that trick Qualcomm Gen 2 XR2 chipset inside the Quest 3 and 3S. The audio. This is a AAA game from a AAA studio, and I know sometimes that background music can be forgotten about, but it is a highlight of Metro's gameplay. Walking down a claustrophobic corridor, spotting some cobwebs and gross globules on the wall, when suddenly the tense music cuts in, and for just a moment, your hand hesitates on the door handle because your apprehension kicks in. Combat is punctuated by sweeping dramatic score that quietens to a more soothing ballad while you recover, reload and let your pulse rate settle. Ambient sounds in the tunnels and corridors are also extremely well done. There is a sequence we have to follow a child's voice in the clanking, hissing pipework, and you really have to concentrate on the sounds. The weapon fire, NPC chatter, scuttling spiders and thunderous, murderous mutants all add to a delightful cocktail of apprehension, terrifying jump scares and quiet, stealthy moments. The audio is a definite highlight for me. Before we get to my conclusion, please hit the like button. The algorithm loves those likes. Please also consider joining my channel membership for badges, perks and other goodies. Thanks. The conclusion. Metro Awakening is not a perfect game. I realised that after fighting my way through to the end of the Metro, I was going to have to backtrack all the way back to reach the game's conclusion. It does change up the game dynamic on the way back with more dangerous and numerous enemies, but there is a whiff of padding out the game's size. My game save said it took me 9 hours, almost exactly, to play through the whole game on normal difficulty. I think my actual game time was closer to 12 hours, and if I had played more stealthily, would have been extended again. There is a harder difficulty setting with less meds and ammo available, which I think you would have to spend more time being silent with quick stealthy takedowns instead of charging in like Bruce Willis at a terrorist's Christmas party. Graphically, the game is astonishing on a standalone MetaQuest 3. It really pushes the headset to show what it is capable of. The number of times I exited the claustrophobic corridors to encounter a demolished train in a crumbling metro tunnel with the flickering fires, detritus and jumbled rotting corpses took my breath away. I am a massive fan of the flat screen Metro games, and in the end, this is a fully realised, beautiful, well-written adult story with great combat set in the Metro 2033 universe, and I applaud Vertigo Games for producing this authentic, slick action adventure. 2024 got off to a slow start for us VR enthusiasts, but with Batman Arkham Shadow, Metro Awakening plus Behemoth and Alien Rogue Incursion on our horizon, it could turn out to be the best year for VR since Half-Life Alyx, and you cannot pay a better compliment than that. Metro Awakening is available on MetaQuest, PSVR 2 and PCVR on the 7th of November for £34.99 in the UK. If you fancy picking up a copy, use my affiliate link down below for 10% off. Thank you. As always though, what do you think? Are you a fan of the Metro games? Are you excited to jump into that universe in VR? Or are you afraid of spiders and will therefore avoid it? You know the drill. Get involved and comment down below. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this content, please hit the like button. The algorithm loves the likes. If you loved this content, please subscribe and join my channel membership like these lovely people did. You get custom badges, emojis, and an exclusive members-only channel on my Discord. If you want to watch more content from me, you can click here or here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the other side.